You're just gonna be...
Did you know that in Ridley Scott's Alien, they did in fact
They use milk.
They used milk.
Actual milk. They freshly squeezed out the nipples.
Ew.
Freshly squeezed milk.
I don't know.
Ew.
I don't know.
Like freshly squeezed orange.
Why do you do that?
Because orange. Because you take an orange and you squeeze it.
Why do you do that? We talk about squeezing
I did
milk.
this.
No,
This one is
milking
milk.
a cow.
Yeah.
Not this.
Yeah.
Not this.
A freshly squeezed
Not
or milk. Or milk.
Hold on.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast. We're coming in at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Monday morning. Welcome.
The ice
trying to
cream
make a
truck
living.
is the most perverse thing on this planet. Maybe
Wow.
not on this planet.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's definitely top 20.
Wyatt was like, where the heck did you get pizza? And I'm like, I don't know. It's been in the fridge for a while.
Luke falls in the pit and Darth Vader uses the Force to hit the switch and goes, "Oh, too easy." He's got so much sass. I'm like, all right.
There's
Give
a
a
lot
little
of good
stank
moments.
on that.
Dude, I can't take it.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast.
All you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs.
Yes,
Season 9, ladies and gentlemen.
BitConnect!
That's a freaking...
It's season 9,
Season 9.
new theme,
202nd
New us.
episode.
New mustache.
New hairs.
Yeah,
It's
New
always
hairdos.
changing.
always change.
Always changing.
Did you have the latest on on 200? You had
Yeah,
it on
I did.
200.
I did
okay.
have my haircut on too.
Well, we're back. We hope that you guys had a great week last week.
And a great summer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going back to school now.
Yes.
The people are still in school.
Well, some
your
people,
life, your
people
job.
are kids are back in school. College students are back in school. We're gearing up for the fall. It's
Yeah.
still technically summer,
Yep.
but I think it switches over this month, right? Does it switch over in
probably.
September?
Big
Probably.
season this we got Sci Fi as the theme. We got Sober October
Coming up.
next month because it's September already.
Oh,
Sober October is
Not
next
even
month.
ready for that.
We're gonna get ready though.
So-
Sober October.
Sober
everybody.
October. Then after that we got Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you
Oh.
skipped over Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, what's the Thanksgiving theme? What do you do for Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day.
Turkey.
Turkey Day.
Sleepy time.
Is that
Football.
like Shenandoah, I love to see
What?
you. I don't know. What is the Thanksgiving
No.
song?
It's definitely not Shenandoah.
Love to see you.
Where did Shenandoah come from?
He started singing
I was thinking like
Shenandoah
pilgrims and
It's nothing to do with Thanksgiving.
it.
I don't really know that song to be honest. What's the Johnny Boy song or
I don't know.
Is that Thanksgiving?
I don't think
Do
you know
we
what
have-
you're talking about.
I don't know Thanksgiving.
I don't
There
think
is
there's
no
like
Thanksgiving.
any Thanksgiving
Okay.
themes.
Then okay, skip over Thanksgiving. I'm gonna acknowledge it's there. Then we
Multicolored
got-
corn. Purple corn.
Yes, then we get the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas.
Did you know that
Yes.
corn was in fact almost all multicolored
Mhm.
to begin with?
Well, what happened to make it
You know what?
yellow? Don't change the subject.
No,
Genetic,
this is the same. This is
genetic,
this is-
just genetic breeding.
on the topic of
Get
corn.
more yellow corn.
You guys know how Budweiser's made?
No.
Is this going to be a terrible joke?
You send Bud to school.
Corn.
Where did you hear this? Where did you hear this?
My dad told me.
Was this today?
in middle school? No, in middle school.
You've been
You not
itching
remember
to
this?
tell
You're
this
all
joke.
sweaty.
Am I really?
Yeah, you're real shiny. You're all like red cheeked and shiny.
He was thinking about that Budweiser joke.
No, I mean I put some lotions on my face. That's probably why.
You put lotion on first before the podcast.
I put it on like
You gotta
2
have
hours
dry
ago.
skin.
I
before
put it
you
on
start
like 2
recording.
hours ago.
Well, it lingers. So we're kicking off season 9. Let's real quickly before we talk about our opener. Let's do a quick check in for Sober October.
Yep.
I wanna start creating content for this.
Yeah.
As we gear up. Sober October, we've already landed on the rules. Have we? No, we haven't talked about the rules. We need to talk about rules.
Yeah.
Real quickly for like 5 minutes. We're gonna do archery challenge.
Yep.
Okay.
Obviously, sobriety is involved with that. We also are going to do workouts
Yes.
to be healthy, like a disciplined workout routine.
To an
I
extent.
think it's last year was all about points for the
Workouts.
workouts. I think what you do is you get bonus points or
What if-
regular points if you get your workout in. And
What
so you
if
say
we
like,
just have 1 point per workout? Like, so if you go work out for a day, you get a point.
no, okay, how about this? How about to motivate us to keep doing it? Because you'd be like, okay, 1 point.
Yeah.
Like I can skip out on working out. How about all the points you made that week gets cut in half if you don't work out each day?
Yeah. If you miss a day.
So yeah, so like if you miss a day, then what you should be getting is cut in half. You know what I mean?
I agree.
What are you
What-
laughing at? Because you could
I'm
do.
still thinking about Budweiser.
all right,
sorry.
let's say this. Just to.
I'm sorry.
All right, look, just to keep it consistent. It doesn't have to be anything crazy because we're doing archery. That's the real
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. I still have the rules from last year. Do we want to incorporate those or no?
No.
Something different?
I would say let's just say this: 15 to 20 minute routine daily.
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever it is, you can decide. Just has to be worked out for a minimum of 15 minutes
Yeah.
daily, and then on it. That's the only rules for workout. And then points if you miss a day, you're in trouble. How about that? That sound good?
Sound good.
For the archery, are we just doing a flat out point system? All right, how about this? How about if you
We can
all right, say what do you think? Because
I'd
I've
say
already
we
said
should,
the workout thing.
figure it out later. Point system wise.
I think.
No,
I don't want to do this
wanna-
on the podcast.
No, let's create I want to do this for people that want to join in.
So
so
I
that
was
we have
thinking.
a
I was
whole
thinking
thing.
like the archery is more or less. We're not gaining points throughout the month. We're just practicing, and then by the end of the month, whoever's like the best shot, we have a tournament. We have a tourney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we get any extra points for just that week? So like you practice 3 times a week at the minimum, and you get a certain amount of points.
No, because I don't know what I say. We should just do a tournament at the end type of thing. I like Wyatt's idea.
Well,
Yeah.
then how do we incorporate that point system we just talked about for working out then?
We can do the workout thing, and then we also at the end have a tournament for archery type thing.
Okay. So basically, if we're cutting in half our points each week from what we should be making, then we can't just do no points for archery till the end, right?
Something. I think, because it could be like, let's say I missed a day, my points got cut in half for that week, and I'm behind both of you guys. But then if I win the tourney, the archery tourney, that may put me up. That may boost me up to where I'm at least even or win.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're gonna have
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna have
win
an
at
archery
both.
victor.
You think?
I will win at both. I will win at both.
How good do you think you are at archery?
Decent.
Yeah.
I have
It's been a while since I've done it, but decent.
I have a bad feeling I'm gonna lose at both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna still give it all I got, and maybe I'll come out victor. So we're gonna have a victor of archery,
Yeah.
but we also are going to have kind of like the one who acquired the most points throughout the whole month.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then what do we just
I say we
simple
should
rule?
just kind of almost do them as 2 separate things, but still get points for archery and still get points for the working out.
So we have one person could win Sober October,
Yeah.
but the other person could win the archery
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
And it could be the same person from both at the same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We
then
we also need to establish bows and draw weight.
okay.
So I'm thinking probably we're pretty strong boys. I mean, 50 pounds?
Yeah, that's fine. with me.
45, 50 pounds?
I could do 45 easy.
45 is probably...
I think I think we should look at a different option. I don't want to just do one kind of bow because I know we talked about this, and almost we're getting to an argument about this. So I say like one of us gets this kind of bow and this person does this kind of bow, and we can kind of decide what we're going to use.
Well, the only issue with that is if you opt for a compound bow,
You're gonna win.
you're gonna win. The compound bow is the
Accurate.
most accurate.
Maybe we have to
precise.
do one of each. Maybe we all are required to do a little bit of each.
Is it just because you want to shoot some compound?
I just don't want to do all one kind of bow.
Well, I think
know?
I think the point is to learn a skill on something.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. We'll figure that out
Yeah.
later. We'll do a part 2 of Sober October rules. Part 1 is what points do we get for archery and how often a week? Like, if you practice how many times a week, you get how many points?
I want to say like twice a week.
Okay.
I mean, how far away is the archery?
I don't know.
Not sure yet.
We've
Yeah.
figured that out.
Because if it's like 30 minutes away,
Okay, so
twice a week is.
if you do
Even that.
archery twice a week, then you get 100 points.
Mm.
If you don't hit a daily workout routine, then those turn into 50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you have the option to have 400 points at the end of the month.
Yeah. So we'll write out a list of the rules.
Yeah, we might
We'll
need to
post it.
workshop it some.
We'll workshop it some more. We're just coming up. We're just trying to introduce this to you guys.
Yes.
To getting it out there, getting it in the air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Topic number 2. What? You're going to say something.
No, I don't have anything to say.
He's waiting. He's got something.
No.
He's got it in the back pocket.
He's gonna
It's
pull it
gonna
out.
have nothing to do. It's gonna be like the Budweiser thing.
It's going to be like, speaking of friggin' Sober October.
No, I mean, next slang. Are we gonna go into the slide?
Wheel
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of
Yes.
Time.
Time.
Yeah.
All right, I need
Excited.
to. Well, what I want to do here is I want us to take a look at what they've shown to us,
Mhm.
and let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of cast we're looking at. Let's see what the characters look at. November, it's coming out in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Hopefully we'll get an actual trailer. pretty
Hopefully, I'm hoping that we get a trailer before this clip even comes out, which is next week, because it's getting close and closer to time.
soon. Yeah,
How about-
the Wheel of Time. In fact,
In fact.
it's turning.
So, Amazon Prime's coming out with a show. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I would say you get it
Yeah.
so that we can all be a part of this journey of experiencing this in November. However, we only have a little bit of stuff released. This apparently is the lineup of characters.
Yes.
You know more about Wheel of Time than us.
So I've read a portion of the first book. Haven't gotten super far into it, but these characters have all been introduced. I can't remember all of their names
Okay.
right now. I would have to do a refresher course essentially. But it looks good. It looks canonically correct.
I don't know any of these characters except for, I guess, this main character.
Yeah,
lady?
Rosamund Pike.
I don't know any of these other actors besides
Yeah.
her.
All right. I want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't truly mean this,
Mhm.
but I have to say it to put it out there.
You do.
I know that there are going to be people that are big fans of Wheel of Time that find this video. If you're watching this, you know who you are. You're going to find this video and
Yes.
you're going to get mad at me for what I'm about to say. I don't really mean this, but I have to say it because I'm going to feel like a hold in a sneeze. These characters look hokey to me.
Hokey, like pokey.
It
Like
already
doing
looks
hokey pokey.
hokey.
How so? Because I think their costume design
Is
is
it-
really good.
Is it because they're
It's
all
not anything
putting
we
their-
haven't
their
seen like in Lord of the
right foot
Rings
in?
or Narnia
Their
or
right foot
anything
out?
like that.
The thing is, it just feels like more of the same. And honestly, her outfit is not only that, her hair, her whole vibe,
Yeah.
she feels kind of hokey to me. It doesn't feel like something that I'm going to be really wowed by.
Again, I think these are so far set photos, so we
Okay.
can't get a good grasp on
On
the
what we're going to
yeah.
be experiencing.
I also think
Like they look too clean. Maybe that's a big part of it. Maybe they look too clean.
That could also be because somebody cleaned them up.
Well, look at her pants.
Cleaned up the pictures.
Look at her shoes. They look intentionally worn, but they're not even dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They definitely look like costume. Like these are clean.
costumes.
They just came in.
They look like
Her
costumes.
dress is dirty,
But
but her shoes not super. His shoes look like they're worn in a bit.
Mhm.
Amazon Prime is known for not being great. We've talked about Amazon Prime stuff before.
No,
Amazon Prime.
not
We
true.
only talked about one thing.
You're making this. You're making this statement based on one movie you've seen from Amazon Prime.
I've seen a couple, and I've not
seen
been
quite
happy
a
with.
few things from Amazon Prime that were super
Okay,
solid.
like what?
Carnival Row, The Boys,
Okay,
The Night Manager with Tom Hiddleston.
I've not seen those.
Yeah.
So, but I've seen
All right.
vast. No, don't say.
Yeah, all right.
'Cause I've seen vast
We can't-
things.
we
I've just
can't-
not seen
all right,
things
look.
you're
What are you seeing?
mentioning.
This is what we're saying.
What else are you using to back up your statement? There we go. I win.
No, you don't win. You don't win.
Friggin', it's all about winning arguments.
It
on this
is.
podcast.
That's the point.
We can't dog Amazon Prime. If they
I
do
am.
dirty by us with this show,
They probably
and this is
will.
coming from someone who knows nothing about the show yet.
Yeah.
But I plan on being a super fan. In the next 2 months, I plan on, and through the process of watching this, I plan on becoming a geek for Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
However, they currently hold in their hands something that we care very deeply about.
Yes.
That's happening next year. It's Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
We can't dog on them unless they do us dirty.
Yeah.
If they do
it's
us
bad,
dirty,
you will know. We will tell you.
we will say it for sure.
We'll tell you what we think.
But I'm saying,
This is in fact also one of the largest fantasy series ever written. The Wheel of Time, by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson, and it's hopefully gonna be good.
yes, I really hope it's good. It looks like they have production value.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks like there's something about it that makes me wonder if we might get to it, it might be full of cheese. I don't know. I've been watching movies my whole life.
I feel
What
like
I'm looking at, and what I'm harking back to in my mind, at least from these photos, and what you're saying about the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be Shadow and Bone.
Yes.
Netflix is
That's
Shadow
what I'm
and Bone.
saying. I have a
Netflix's
feeling.
Shadow and Bone has, it has some grit. It has some, some lived-in stuff. There's also parts of it that are, it feels like it's dress up a
Yes.
bit sometimes.
Yes.
I don't want that to be the case here.
I think maybe, okay, if I go back to this photo,
Yeah.
I think if I'm going to try to describe what I'm seeing is I see these people, I see these faces, and it does feel like dress up. It
Mhm.
feels like they have actors in a costume.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I don't know the characters, but I'm not sold on being interested in any of these characters based on what we're seeing.
Let's
so
also
far.
reference they're walking through a field in a line.
Okay.
As if, they're the Avengers or something, which
Yes.
nothing, there's in no part of what I've read in the books is this ever the case. Are they walking? There's, they're walking in a group, but two people are talking to each other. You got some at the back, they're kind of wary of her and him. Especially these, these young people from the small town, they don't really know what's going on.
Yes.
So,
Okay. But I guess maybe this is the coolest photo we've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little better because I really like this cage
yeah, it's pretty cool.
thing that's obviously being towed by horses. There's a horse's butt right there.
Mhm.
But it's still like I don't see this as anything close to Game of Thrones right now.
I don't either.
We also could be working in this photo with a little bit of color correcting. It could be being made more bright when this is a much darker scene. And I think in a darker setting, this would be more believable.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. This is taken with a photography camera. Obviously not the camera used to film it. We will see what happens. But those are our thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see it.
Yep.
And I also, at the same time, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous.
Yeah.
So if I'm not quite yet in the community of people that might be listening to this, at least let me share in concerns and say I do care about this show, what little I know about it, and I'm there with you. So accept me into the fold.
You're forcing people.
I'm
You're
asking
forcing
them.
it. You're forcing it.
To be a part of a community, you
Stop.
have to
No,
ask
you
permission.
Don't. You don't.
You have to. You
No.
can't just be like, and today, I'm one of you.
You know, you just
Wheel
know
of Timer?
various facts and knowledge about these things.
I don't have any
Sorta-
facts and knowledge yet.
Get accepted into the group
Yeah.
based on what you know.
I say
I know
you're a
nothing.
wheel of timer. Is that what? Is that what it is?
Was that what
That's
was in your back pocket?
definitely-
No. No.
That's definitely not what they call themselves, the fans.
Before we get into the main topic, we've already talked about this, so we can just briefly touch on it. Something that's coming up, I want to promote again. Andy Serkis, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, coming out this month. Get your copy of it when it comes out. That's all I'm going to say.
Fellowship of the Ring?
Audio
Is that a new movie?
Audio.
Yeah, the audio.
Yes. Yes.
You didn't make it clear at the beginning.
No.
Actually, I might get that.
I
might
definitely will
listen
be.
to that
I
because
definitely will be.
I have on good report. I have from you that it's good. That he's a
Do you
good.
consider his recommendation good?
I listened to The
Okay.
Hobbit, and it was
Sometimes.
fantastic.
I mean,
it was
he's
fantastic.
trying to shove Ready Player One down our throats constantly.
So I want to promote Ready
Yes.
Player One while we're talking about it.
All right, one of you guys introduce what we're
Look.
talking about today.
Did you want to do it? You want me to do it?
I can do this.
Okay.
All right, this was in his back pocket. Ready?
In a world of sci-fi, and a world of spaceships and space, in a world of
No, just keep
aliens, we have the battle for the best aircraft spaceship of all time. We have a list of spaceships that we have collected
Wait,
here.
this is a debate?
Yes, because we are master debaters.
I didn't know this was a debate. I thought we were just talking about cool ships we like.
Okay, but for what purpose? What's the series?
To find out what the best spaceship of all time is. And we already know it's not on this list. It's Slave One.
Hold on.
Look, I purposely.
See, Wyatt wants that to be on
that
the
was
list, but
one
it
of
was
my
not.
back pocket picks.
Slave One.
The Slave One, yeah.
Jango Fett's Boba Fett's
gotcha.
ship
Yeah.
from Star Wars.
That's a really good one. Well, you just gave away that we don't have it on the list. Now
Yeah, I
people
did,
are
I
upset
did.
right at the top.
So essentially, what we're doing is for this
Wait,
series.
why do you have to recap what
Oh,
what
no,
I
no,
said?
no.
what you failed to mention.
Yes.
Is
going to be
simply
covered.
that we're sort of creating a character with we're gonna be going through like, oh, what's the best sci-fi weapon, what's the best sci-fi outfit, character, and then mixing and matching the ship. So we're sort of creating our own.
We're basically fantasy footballing.
Yeah, we're
a,
fantasy
a
footballing
character
Yeah.
in sci-fi
Yeah.
movies.
It is
And so-
fantasy football season. So.
Yes.
And we're starting with their spaceship.
Their
So we're going to take
spaceships.
reputable spaceships.
Yes.
And we're going to condense it into one for our ultimate sci-fi warrior, we may call this person.
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
it might be a female, so try
Might
not
be
to
a
gender.
we might be a warrior. It might be an adventurer.
We
Might
already
be
know
an
a-
adventurer.
females can't be warriors.
No.
No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Okay, so I believe we start with me.
Yeah.
I
How
chose.
convenient.
Well,
No,
I
I'm kidding.
okay. So my first ship
Yes.
is with some people like it has a cult following.
Mm-hmm.
A cult
Occult.
following.
I called.
It's from the movie Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
And something I remember seeing it when I was a little bit younger, and I was like, this is a hilarious movie. Also, there's a crazy cool ship in this film. Crazy cool. And it happens to be the Villains Spaceship. This thing looks like one of those big mouth fish
Yeah.
with teeth. It literally has teeth on the inside.
Yeah.
Traveling through space, just ready to swallow up anything. This was a sweet
Looks like
ship.
definitely has a frogfish vibe.
On the inside, it's very wet,
Yeah.
grimy, low lit.
Mm.
Everything
As
seems
every
evil about
villain
it.
ship should be.
And hero ship, shiny,
Clean.
relatively clean.
Now, see, I like a little bit of patina. I like that the inside of the ship to be lived in.
Yes, this ship is far from livable.
Yeah.
But it gets the job done when you're in space.
Yeah.
I would say very reliable. I would say very fear-inducing.
Yeah.
If you see this thing coming towards you, you're like, I'm gone.
Better run.
Yeah.
But if you see it come near you, you're
Unless
like,
you are
calm
in fact,
down, Jamal.
Don't. Unless you are in fact, dragging mines.
What was the
Not so scary.
Who's
Yeah.
the character, the villain of this film?
Saris.
Saris.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pedal
cool
to the
character.
metal, Commander.
Yeah.
Very cool character.
Hilarious film.
Amazing practical effects.
Yeah.
I remember watching this very young and thinking, wow, that looks amazing. And then watching modern movies and being like, what?
Hey.
Do you
Where's
have
the...
You have a tier list? Practical effects, non-practical effects.
What do you
Animated.
mean?
Practical effects, animated.
I've only seen one
Do
thing.
I have a tier list for...
Yeah.
I would say they're here.
Oh, so you do separate movies by that that
Okay,
distinction.
so I as far as effects goes, there's a tier list of Justice League effects,
Yeah.
Galaxy Quest effects.
Oh, so Galaxy's on the top and Justice League's on the
Yes,
bottom.
as far as effects goes.
Then where does
yes.
like Lord of the Rings fit in this? Because that's practical, but it's still
Now, Lord of the Rings, and like this, Lord of the Rings and a couple other things, they mix the practical and
yeah.
the
which is the right way to
which
do
is the
films.
right way to do it. Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
Like
I don't have an exact.
even the way something as simple as Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
Yeah.
freaking probably 70 to 80% of the time they were on set.
Yeah.
They used green screens on set, but like the area,
Mm-hmm.
the location was very physical, something to
Yes.
interact with. Only like there's only some shots they needed green screen studio.
Yeah.
Whereas Justice League, pretty much the whole thing.
They were just in a studio
the
lot
whole time.
the whole time.
They're like, man, I'm getting really white. Are you getting like? Are you
I
losing
haven't
your
seen
tan?
any sun, even in LA where we're filming this.
My doctor said I'm really vitamin D deficient, and we're supposed to be making a superhero movie.
Yeah, cool.
Next-
Good ship.
Next ship, once again, another villain ship. Recently, just rediscovered, and I can't stop thinking about how cool it is. And that would be Ronin's ship from Galaxy
Yeah,
Quest.
the
Galaxy Quest. Yeah.
from Galaxy.
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, this is the Dark Aster.
This thing is humongous. It doesn't look like there's no point of reference.
Are you impressed? I know the name of the ship, the Dark Aster.
The Dark Aster. See, this is the thing. This whole season,
Yeah.
you're gonna be just pulling facts out of it. You're just gonna be.
Did you know that in Ridley Scott's Alien, they did in fact
They use milk,
they used milk.
actual milk. They freshly squeezed out the nipples.
Ew.
Freshly squeezed milk.
I don't know.
Ew.
I don't know.
Like freshly squeezed orange.
Why do you do that?
Because orange.
Orange.
Because you take an orange and you squeeze it.
Why do you do that? We talk about squeezing
I did
milk.
this.
No,
This
the
one is
milking
milk.
a cow,
Yeah.
not this,
No.
not this.
A freshly squeezed
Not
or milk.
this.
Or milk.
Hold on.
You do this.
Hold
Milk.
I gotta acknowledge this thing.
I was
okay.
trying to pantomime an orange, where you take it and you squeeze it on the thing.
But you said milk.
But I did this.
All right, look. But he said orange when he did this. We gotta start. I gotta acknowledge this. Right now, like this is a common thing that
Okay.
I've seen starting to happen recently
Yes.
between you two,
Yeah.
and it is Joshua says something or points out something, and you get real serious. You look him in the eye and you start explaining in an intense voice what you mean, so to try to prove or outdo the idea that what he's saying is
Well,
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
I
It
know.
was in fact
I'm just saying
ridiculous.
this is a new dynamic. It's very funny. I'm curious to see where
I
this
feel like
goes.
it's probably partially because we've gotten into the habit of debating.
Yes.
We debate quite often.
It's a roommate thing, I think.
It's and it's just like sitting on the couch, working through different
Movies,
perspectives
yeah.
on movies or characters or something.
And we've been going through all the Marvel movies.
yeah, it helps
Again.
us have a more diverse perspective
Mhm.
over, just like you, who maybe doesn't debate
And
movies
also-
with
I
us.
do too.
Well, you don't sit over here and debate the movies.
I also
Well, come
feel
over to
like
my
I'm-
place and debate.
Mm.
We just leaving me out of all these debates. I'm a really good debater, guys.
We gotta. Never mind.
What are you gonna say? Say it out loud.
Never mind.
Say it.
Never mind.
Do we want to?
Ronin Ship.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Ronin Ship? Very big,
Very huge.
very huge,
Very, very big.
very cool.
I think
was
this is when it was
huge.
plummeting,
Huge.
plummeting
Huge.
to the earth.
Very big.
This thing is sick. The arms can go out straight or they twist. Like right now they're twisting. The launch pads for this ship are in between.
In between, yeah. I remember watching the movie and the little ships were coming out.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it is literally cool. I guess the center is kind of the entrance launch pad
Yeah.
for like bigger ships
It
or
also
whatever.
has sort of the interior has sort of a ancient ruins kind of vibe
Yes.
with a lot of stone.
It has stone.
I
in
will
it.
say
yeah.
this: it was pretty easy for Rocket to just plow another ship
That's true.
straight into
Straight
it.
But the
through
thing
the
is,
window.
everyone was busy, and
They didn't
he
put
had
up
a
the
pretty
shields?
big ship.
They didn't put up the shields.
They didn't put up the shields. He had no. There was nothing standing between him and that window.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Whereas if they weren't in the middle of battle, there
Also,
would be.
they established that they shut down quite a few systems on the ship,
Mhm.
so it's possible that the
Maybe.
force fields or whatever were disabled.
It was
Although
vulnerable.
They didn't establish that it had force fields in the first place because they were underneath the ship shooting through it. It took a lot of firepower.
Okay,
Maybe.
well, this is like a mile-long piece
Yeah.
of rock flying
It's
through
very
space. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It might be 2 miles long. It's very cool. I'm going to have a hard time arguing for any ship outside of this
I
one.
thought you didn't like Marvel movies.
Marvel creators, the real
The
creatives of the
creatives,
show,
Yeah,
are in their editing
Now-
booths or their drawing booths and being
I'm-
like, "This is
I'm
super
gonna
cool," and they
say
deliver
this-
it with like a headache because they've been looking at a screen all day. They deliver it to the director. And
I'm
they're
gonna
like,
say
no,
this.
no, okay.
I'm gonna say this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want this to taint your perspective on this ship. It does kind of look like a churro.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's got the twist. It is a little churro-y.
I like that.
I kind of like.
Makes me think of a snack.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not
Little
a
bit of a twist.
I'm not a
Little bit of a
cinnamon guy,
twist.
so I'm not a churro guy.
I like. See, like the Taco Bell cinnamon twists.
Yeah.
Not a fan of those because I don't like puffy things. I don't eat Cheetos.
Oh
or
yeah.
I don't care for puffy things. But
You'll eat a churro because
like
it's
a-
a little crunchy.
No, like a regular churro
Yeah.
are more doughy.
Oh, I thought they
less
were more
puff.
crunchy.
They got
The
a
Taco
crust.
Bell ones.
They got a crust on the outside,
Yeah, yeah.
but more of a doughy,
Yes.
warm inside. I don't like the Taco Bell twist because they're crunch.
Well, the thing is, this is what happened. This is what happened. The creative was in the booth, just like, what am I gonna do? No way. He just starts flying it around the room. This could work.
this could work. Mark, we need a ship.
Why
Please
you say
come
Mark?
up with something.
The churro.
That's it.
That's it.
There it is.
Friggin' Ronin as a churro.
Churro ship.
It'll be made of stone.
The dark churro.
The dark churro. Okay, that's
All
what
right.
we're calling it. The dark
Ship
churro.
number 2.
We got like
I got 2.
We had a ton of
Okay,
ships.
I would
ton of
say.
We
ships
wanted
wrong.
to add another ship each.
What's wrong with that? You guys raced against ships.
yes.
All right.
Well, we got another.
The next
podcast
two,
film.
that's true. The next 2 are iconic.
Mm.
I threw them in there. Nothing, like a whole lot not needs to be said about these 2.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't have them on your list, so I
Yes.
snatched them up. Obviously. One of the most iconic.
The Millennium.
Millennium.
The trash.
call it?
Luchador.
What do you call it? Do you call it the Falcon or the Falcon?
I call it the Falcon because
Falcon.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
The Millennium Falcon. 'Cause
The Millennium
some people in the
Falcon?
movies call it Falcon,
Falcon.
but some people also call Han Han
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck's going on there?
and Leia Leia.
What is
Okay.
Leia called?
Princess
This-
Leia.
this
She
is
calls
a-
him Han, doesn't
A
she?
simple debate.
Han, yeah.
Do you call Christina?
Mm.
How do you say her name?
My aunt?
Yes.
Nina.
Okay. But you said it a second ago. You said aunt.
My aunt.
Why wouldn't we say aunt?
Oh,
Say either
aunt,
or.
aunt.
Aunt. It's
Aunt,
I mean,
aunt. It's interchangeable.
Yeah.
I
And
happen to
Han.
say aunt, but I do not say Han,
yeah.
even though the one that loves him calls him Han.
It is Han.
Han.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
It's not
Yes.
Han Solo.
I
Han
always
Solo,
feel
the
Han Solo,
Millennium
yeah.
Falcon.
From Falcon.
Millennium Falcon.
Goddamn
All right.
Millennium Falcon.
Trashiest ship, but fastest ship of the galaxy.
This is the one that has patina.
How many?
Yeah.
How many
This is a ship
times does this
that
ship break
shines-
down?
Oh,
Like
so many
of the
They
all the
introduced
seasons?
this
So many
ship
times.
slightly broken.
Yes,
Yeah, it kind of beat up.
The ship was
and it's
It's
introduced.
always
amazing.
been like halfway
It's
in
a
the
staple.
junkyard type thing.
It wasn't until I was maybe 13 or 14 that I realized that this was the cockpit.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It took me a minute.
You
Yeah.
just gotta match the windows. All right, next one. Second most iconic ship. Dun, dun,
the
dun, dun,
Enterprise.
dun. Boldly go where no man has
Hmm.
gone before. The USS Enterprise.
It's classic.
It's crazy looking,
It is.
isn't it? It's a big
Yeah.
freaking
What does USS stand for?
pancake on a few small rigs behind it.
Yeah,
USS?
you said the USS Enterprise.
That's what it's called. The USS Enterprise.
United Starfleet? Why am I thinking Starfleet? Is it Starfleet?
No.
No. Why am I thinking Starfleet?
It's called USS Enterprise. Unless I've
US
always heard it wrong. It's
Starship.
USF Enterprise? I don't think so. Whoop. NCC. Does it say it up there, Josh?
It's
That's the
probably
same thing.
like the version. They made multiple versions
Okay,
of the
well,
ship.
some people call it the Enterprise.
It's the Enterprise.
The Enterprise.
Which okay, here's a question: Which version of this ship are you talking about?
This one.
Because this ship
I
got
know there's
destroyed
been a
multiple
few.
times and they've
Multiple
rebuilt it
times.
multiple times. So which version of the ship are you making?
I like most iterations of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, they keep rebuilding it the same way, so it's hard to pick one.
Yeah. It's always sort of
One goes
Yeah,
down
yeah,
in
it
blades
is
of
kind of the
glory.
same, yeah.
Another one is built and it's brand new. Which one do you
Yeah.
want more? The one that has history and a legend, or the one that's brand?
But I mean,
spanking new?
let's be honest. If I'm trying to destroy this ship, I'm aiming for these thin parts.
I know.
I'm aiming for these thin parts.
It's like, what happens if the whole ship is
Yeah.
detached from the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You fall into space.
I'm
is
also
what happens.
isolating most of the engine crew
Yeah.
from everybody else.
Yeah, it's super easy to hit them. But remember, the Enterprise has a stellar force field system.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah,
good.
they do that.
Not
I was
really.
gonna
So it's
mention
It
really
that.
actually
hard.
isn't. Because
No, the big villains always get through, but the small villains never get through.
How many times have they been like
Uncountable.
reroute auxiliary power to the force fields?
That's the thing. It's built to just be like, and we're gonna plug this into
Yeah.
here, and then it's gonna work. You know?
Like one of the old
Scotty.
phone operators.
Yeah.
Scotty's in there going.
We're running out of
Scotty,
wires.
We're running out of power. Divert to the force field.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he's like,
Very good.
Yes.
Solid start.
the engine's falling apart, Captain, or whatever this accent is.
Can't do it. I don't have the power.
The power.
Just a little bit of Ace Ventura thrown in there as well.
All right, let's move
Victor,
past this. We all know
Victor.
about these two ships. The next one is your first.
Yes.
Wait,
Anything you like to say before I go to
I
it?
thought there was 3.
It's 4.
Well, anything you would like to say before we go to mine?
No, I think I have the best
Okay.
picks of this list. I got the USS Enterprise.
Excuse
I got Ronin
me.
Ship. I got the
Excuse
villain
me.
from Galaxy Quest, and I have the Millennium Falcon.
the
Okay.
trash dump of a ship.
All right, here we go.
That's
Wyatt,
fast,
Yes.
but still a trash dump.
here's why it's first in.
Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar with this ship, this is called a Gunstar, and I believe I don't know if this is the model, but I was looking for the Gunstar 1, which is the ship in the movie The Last Starfighter. If you're not
Okay.
familiar with The Last Starfighter, there's a kid. He plays an old arcade game, and which is set there to sort of test the reflexes and abilities, looking for people who could potentially be gunners for these craft for an army in space. He plays the game. He beats all the high scores, blows it out of the water. Somebody comes down to space and gets him. He goes up.
This is like 1970.
Oh yeah, old one.
It's on HBO Max. We just haven't
we
watched
need to
it.
watch it. It's a good one.
Okay.
Um,
What is its special powers?
So these would essentially be your X-wing type ships. There's one pilot, one gunner. These are your war, single, double man go into war ships.
Okay.
Well, what happens is all the other starfighters get killed, and he's the last starfighter. So they
Okay.
have to get him and be like, we need you to help us destroy the armada that's coming our way.
Yes.
The only way they can do that is because this ship has a special weapon called the Death Blossom. It fires a crazy, obscene amount of artillery.
Okay.
And
Death.
so, yeah, it's a cool ship. It's very iconic for sci-fi space movies.
Gotcha.
That's why I chose it. And, I wanted to get at least one or two, at least one, I think. I only have the one single double person craft
Gotcha.
ships.
I will say this. Later on, when we decide which is best, we are going to have to decide on, is it better to have a big ship with a crew or a small ship by yourself?
Yeah.
And we'll have to decide that at the end. Your next ship
Yes.
is, again, one that no one knows about.
Yeah.
You're all hipster. Do you realize you might dog on hipsters, but you are hipster when it comes to
Yeah.
entertainment?
Yeah. So this is the Bebop. It's from the show Cowboy Bebop. It's essentially that show's Millennium Falcon. It's an old sort of junker ship, formerly a fishing trawler, ship from Ganymede that was retrofitted for interstellar travel. Yeah. It's very big. It's got a living quarters. It's got all the stuff you need for living on a ship similar to the Millennium Falcon. Your layman's ship.
Yes.
The everyman
Tight
ship.
quarters, but it gets the job done well.
Well, it's got like a living area.
You gotta have a crew.
Like it's got it's like the Millennium Falcon. You only need 3 or 4 people on board.
Yeah, that's
and
a
they have
crew
like a
of
comfy
sorts.
living room with like a chess table and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, that's
Like,
cool.
like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So it's that sort of medium-sized ship
Kind of looks like it's in the water.
and they're mercenaries, going around doing jobs and things. Yeah. Well,
Cool.
it lands in the water.
Okay.
Because it was a fishing trawler ship at one point.
Okay. So
Very
what's
cool
the
ship.
is it just kind of very similar to Millennium Falcon? It's just a beloved ship that
It's
always seems to get in there for
Yeah,
it. Always seems to
it's
do the
really
work.
just the inside of the ship is very cool. It had a lot of, I think, the grime, the lived in kind of atmosphere of sort of reminiscent of the Millennium Falcon and some other of these ships.
Yes.
Which I like. I love the sort of 3-4 person crew living on board it's like a mobile home. I almost picked the mobile home from Spaceballs, which is literally just a mobile home with wings.
Yeah.
That's sort of what these ships are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next ship.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's get into this.
All right.
Pedal
This
to
is
the
the
metal,
counter
Commander.
to mine.
This is the counter. In fact, this is the NTE 3120 NSE Protector.
An SEA.
An SEA Protector. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
And who's the captain of this ship?
Peter Quincy Taggart,
And who is he?
Jason Nesmith,
And who is he played by?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
And by Grabthar's hammer, and by the sons of Warven, you shall be avenged.
If you don't know,
Yeah.
this is from Galaxy Quest, like the very first one where I talked about, except this is the good guy ship.
Yeah.
So this was sort of the Galaxy Quest is sort of a spoof of Star Trek, also sort of not.
But a fantastic movie.
Yeah,
Very much
it's
a
top
very
tier on movies,
reminiscent.
regardless if it's spoof or not.
I like
so
this
good.
ship design better than the Enterprise.
It's
I
way
kind of
better
do too.
than the Enterprise.
It's
Look
I
at
do
it.
too.
In fact, NTE stands for not the Enterprise. They had to put that on there because they didn't want to be brought into court. They needed something that did in fact say, this is not the Enterprise.
Yeah.
It's a iconic ship from Galaxy Quest, made by the Thermians.
Fantastic.
You
Only
know.
can be flown by one individual, though.
Yeah, Well, it's sort of classic Star Trek kind of lore. Like Sulu is flying the ship, and in this, it's Laredo is flying the ship.
Yeah.
It's
Best
a
character.
spoof of Star Trek. It's gonna have a
Yeah,
similar
it's
thing.
just such a classic ship.
It's
It's
really
very,
good.
very cool. Runs on the beryllium spheres. I know way too much about this.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen the movie so many times.
We're definitely nerds. We're
Oh, I love
well,
this
Wyatt
ship.
is. I picked mine based on lovability, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
you're still a nerd. You might be married. And you
I
might.
honestly, I
but
picked
you-
mine with the same thing.
Okay.
Lovability. Anybody who likes this movie loves this ship.
Oh yeah.
Also,
it's a great ship.
people who love Cowboy Bebop love the Bebop.
Love the Bebop.
If you've
Never seen it,
you
but I
know,
love it.
Last Starfighter, the Gunstar's classic. But yeah, that's this one. That's my pick for sort of your adventure ship.
Okay. And
Oh, you
but
did
to
it
get
by
to
categories. Your adventure ship.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I sort of did one person, layman's sort of live-in ship, adventure sort of bigger ship.
and then to get to something that's gonna really make you nerd out.
Yeah.
We got this son of a gun.
Okay.
See, I was gonna pick this
Now,
too.
when
This
most
was on my
people
list.
look at this, they think
This was on my
Oh.
list.
it's a Star Destroyer.
No,
No.
it is not.
No.
What is it?
It is in fact the Executor class Superstar Destroyer or Dreadnought class ship.
Or that one, Darth Vader ship from Star Wars.
It is in fact Darth Vader's ship from Star Wars. Yeah, where this is the home base of Death Squadron, Darth Vader's stormtroopers and armies and everything. This ship is the largest ship in Star Wars, aside from the second only to the
Death Star.
Death Star, which is more of a space station.
Which one?
Mhm.
That we don't really count because it's not George Lucas. It's not
Yeah,
canon.
we don't count. I don't
the
count
other-
that's a planet. That was literally a planet. This is a ship. It is large and in charge.
Yeah.
It is made for invading planets.
It's the big guy.
It
It's gonna come
really
down your
is. It's got,
chimney
like,
on Christmas Eve.
Just an insane armament. It's like crewed by 280,000 people, 38,000 troops.
Whew.
Can you imagine working on this ship?
Yeah.
It'd
It
be
was-
a time. You probably could work there for 10 years and,
And
not
not
walk to the other
Yeah,
side. of it.
hundreds and hundreds. It's 8,000 meters long.
You know a lot about this ship, yeah?
It's got it's got like 250 of each of the main armament weapons, like
Yeah,
25 ATSTs, like 48
All right.
ATATs, mobile garrison bases, everything.
So let's ask this. What's bigger, this or Ronin? They're in different
This.
universes.
This.
They're in
This
different
is
universes.
Absolutely this.
This.
But this Ronin ship
No,
seems
this.
like it.
No.
Are you
How
this.
big is Ronin's
I don't know if you should be googling
Ship.
how big it is.
ship?
He's Ronin's ship.
Yeah, I should have probably put in the name of the ship, because Ronin is also, I believe, in Star Trek. How big is?
Well, I look at this and knowing all those facts that I just learned, I think it's super sick. I think it's super cool. I
This-
will say this though.
Mm.
Star Wars the story,
Mm-hmm.
it came up with a lot of really cool things, but Star Wars the story
Yeah.
has made it kind of easy. Like if this thing
What?
is supposed to be defending the space station of all space stations, right?
Mm-hmm.
This thing doesn't really get destroyed because Darth Vader's ship rarely gets destroyed.
It actually does, in fact, get destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so it gets destroyed for being the ship of all ships. It kind
Yeah.
of, like the Star Wars story writing made it a little easy
What
to
do you
do
mean?
so.
Because they had to attack like a whole fleet to get it to be destroyed.
Well, a good-sized fleet of rebel,
Yeah. And land
Fighter
troops that had to
X-Wings.
and fighters that were on the ground that had to go to the base and turn off all
Well,
the shields.
that's to destroy the...
yeah.
So it doesn't really
Star.
it doesn't really tell me how big the ship is, but I'm almost positive.
Yeah,
it's
this is
bigger
definitely
than
way bigger.
Ronin
Okay.
Ship.
Well,
I picked this ship because this is the warship.
mhm.
This is the. I mean,
They even shaped it like a ship.
it's an
No, it's an arrowhead.
It's an arrowhead. This thing, this thing shows up and it strikes fear into the hearts of
But
your enemies.
If you look at
My
like a
enemies,
different profile,
they-
it's got a base on it like an actual ship does. If you look at them like this.
hmm
It's got a base like an aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to a point,
yeah,
but the bottom side is thicker than the top
yeah,
side.
it's a thick ship.
Yeah, even look at the top
thick.
of this. It looks like the top of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like they set an aircraft carrier on there.
the look. Sometimes you need to be an adventurer, and you need to be in your Bebop or your Millennium Falcon. Sometimes you need to be in your Gunstar or your a single man fighter
Mhm.
jet.
Maybe you're an introvert, and that's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe you're an adventurer and you want to be in Star
Not
Trek.
tied down.
Not tied down. Star Trek. You want to have a lot of friends, a lot of family, a big crew around you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you need to invade planets.
Where
You need to come out of
Hyperspeed.
hyperspace, and destroy entire armies.
Yeah.
And invade planets.
And for that, you would either choose this or Ronin Ship.
I would choose this.
I would choose this also.
I would choose this.
Anything else you'd like to say about this thing? Before we come back to it to figure it out at the end.
No, I think the ship speaks for itself. Look
All
at
right.
it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Well, let's switch gears. We're going to get into Joshua's.
Okay, so go ahead. The first one is my first one is also a Star Wars ship. I guess it's a cartoon picture. I didn't mean to pick a cartoon picture. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi's ship during the era of kind of the Clone Wars.
It is a one-person ship.
Yes.
But what I remember
Single-
from this thing,
Yes,
it
he
is
can't even go
cool
into hyper speed
without the help
without the help of another
Yeah.
device.
that lingers in the
Yep.
the solar.
Yep.
What do you call
Yep.
it? Not the solar system.
Yeah, like the
outside of the planet,
Yeah.
right out,
atmosphere,
right
outer
outside the atmosphere, in space. There is
But
a
it's
device
still-
that hangs out for the ship to come, attach, and take off.
But it is small enough to kind of maneuver into tight places and
It's a
do some
great
damage.
stealth.
Yes,
It's a great, and the thing is, it's cool because of that attachment device. That makes it pretty sick. I think that's probably really cool. If you're a loner,
Mhm.
this might be the ship I pick.
Yeah. It's definitely the get to place from place to place ship in in fighting and stuff. In the Clone Wars, Anakin and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka have a bigger style ship with a few living quarters, for traveling. When they're traveling longer distances and things.
But this is and we see this quite often. More in like the second.
Yeah, so
film.
this is like the first iteration of the
Yeah,
Jedi fighters. Do you like the second?
I looked at it when I was looking at this. I don't like it as much. I like this style. I think this one looks really cool.
All right. Next one.
Yep. Okay.
Talk about riding in style,
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
This is
That's why I picked this.
the cleanest ship.
It really always sort of is just shiny, no dust.
Freaking,
Nothing.
it glimmers. Look at how many
So this is,
glimmer spots are on this little
This
thing.
is the I guess like Queen Amidala
Yeah.
spaceship.
This is her transport.
Yeah.
Why did you pick this one?
Cuz it's sick.
It's very sort of classic, very, very shiny Buck Rogers, very, flowing lines.
Yeah, it
Kinda look.
almost makes you think of like the Silver Surfer or something.
Yeah.
But in space.
But
And,
I'm not a big fan of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but are you a fan of this?
I don't know. They don't show it
They
much.
they don't show it much. And that's in the case of it's only in really one movie and it gets damaged, and so they have to land on Tatooine, and that leads to a whole story. But
Okay.
it's still
So pretty much,
Up
if you're
there.
if you're a space rapper,
Mm.
this is the shit
Yeah.
to go with.
Like-
if you're
like
like
your-
traveling
your
from,
Yes.
if you're traveling from planet to planet to your next show,
Mm-hmm.
where you're going to be performing in front of a new race of beings.
Yeah.
Well, this is what you're taking because
Oh,
no
yeah.
one's after you. It can take
This-
it
this-
can take damage, but not that much.
This
'cause
ship
it might
has
break down.
serious drip.
It's got drip out its
Yeah.
butt, man.
It's always shiny.
it would definitely take a couple Bitcoin to buy this ship.
Just a few.
Yeah. Some
Or-
credits.
Yeah. What do they call it?
Credits?
Credits? Is that what they call it in
Yeah.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of that once mind trick moment. All right. Anything else you'd like to say?
Not with this. I want to talk about the next one.
All right. Next.
the next
in.
two, a couple. Okay, have to throw it in there. It is kind of like looking at a trash ship,
It really is.
It's got a trash can.
but
On
it
it.
is made by the smartest human being in
The universe.
the universe,
and every other universe.
and every other universe. Yes, Rick Sanchez. Does this have a name? I don't even know. You would know. You would watch.
I'm
I don't
thinking.
think so.
I don't think it has a name.
I think it's just ship.
Yeah. Rick and Morty would do that.
Yeah.
I think it's just ship.
I mean, this thing. It's just been through so much.
But
been
also
through
think
so
about
much.
what it has.
Talk about the patina on it.
Yeah.
It's got
It has
flashlights for.
taped on. Okay.
This was designed before they established that Rick is the smartest person in the universe.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
But Rick, okay, the thing is, this ship also has a built-in safety protocol
Mhm.
where it will defend you against
Anything and everything.
anything and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you're
It
inside
has so many things.
and Rick says, keep blank safe,
It will.
well, anybody that tries to get even
it'll
close
make
to you
peace
is going to
with-
kill you.
It'll make peace with spiders.
Yes.
Spider peace to keep you safe. It's
Also,
got a microverse battery.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
the most interesting thing about this ship, in my opinion.
How
It
many
has beings
galaxies has
inside
this
of
place been
beings.
to? There's a ship into.
It has a freaking Russian doll of universes
Yeah.
to power
Russian
this
doll.
thing, where people are just like on these wheels pedaling to power his
Yeah.
ship. These beings that he created. It's hilarious.
It's iconic, definitely. It's sort of your
Yes.
classic flying saucer looking. It's got the dome. It's it's very fun.
Why do you think they designed it that way, Joshua?
You mean like a trash dump?
Well, also like the flying saucer look. Why do you think they designed it this way?
Probably because we don't know like a ton about his backstory except for his relationship with his daughter and that part of it. He probably at one point was doing his scientist thing, saw an actual flying saucer, and was like, "I'm gonna make that," and made it. Became basically
And then
Rick.
just added things to
Yeah.
make it more and more futuristic.
Yep,
Mm-hmm. Started getting smarter.
that's
Yeah.
what I think.
Do you think he got really smart after he invented teleportation?
No, I think he was
smart before.
he was
that.
always smart, but he learned a lot more
Yeah.
and learned things as he went on adventures and did his thing.
The last one.
Yes. This is probably my favorite ship,
Oh,
hands down.
Okay.
Because of the style. It's not a hyper speed ship. It doesn't go fast. But it is the coolest in my opinion. It is the stylish. Is
Give me the cue.
Go to the next line. I was about to say Galaxy Quest again. Treasure Planet. Thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
they say it about 50 times in the movie.
Yeah.
And in the trailer.
Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet.
No, the spaceship from Treasure Planet. That's
Jimbo.
sick. I mean, they like go into space with essentially a boat,
Yeah.
and then they
it's like a
turn on
different-
anti-gravity.
It's like a different. Almost like a different version of space than we would typically think.
But
of.
it's
This is similar to the USS Enterprise. This is for space exploration.
Yeah.
It's not super fast, but it gets the job done.
They live in a galaxy where planets are really close to each other.
Yeah.
They have a moon as a station.
Very cool.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah.
That was very, very cool. It looks like in order to be like exposed, like a station,
Mhm.
to be exposed to
It
direct.
looks like a small moon.
Yeah. Well, to
But
be,
it is, in fact, a space station.
It is, in fact. But to also be exposed to direct space like that without an atmosphere,
Yeah.
it has to be the same technology that they use on the ship, where it creates its own
Well,
atmosphere.
what
in
I'm
close
saying, what I'm
proximity.
saying is that space in this universe is different.
Mhm.
It's built
space,
different.
Space itself is different.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no hyper cold radiation, void vacuum thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is beautiful because it's an actual ship
Mhm.
that's designed for space travel. That's sick.
Yeah.
And the little boats, escape boats,
Those
are cool too.
Everything.
It's
It's just
fantastic.
a fun ship. It's
Mhm.
so cool.
Yes, it is. I didn't care for the captain lady,
Yeah.
the cat. I feel like
How
they
come?
could have workshopped her character better. I only recently saw this for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta watch it again.
Yeah, we'll watch it again probably, but I think it was
Wait,
was
is it
very
on what? Who made this?
Disney.
Disney. Okay, so it's on Disney Plus.
Probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Best ship.
All right. So let's get to
What are we ranking?
ranking.
Like
these.
just number one.
The thing is,
two,
we have
three?
to pick one. No, we have to pick one ship for our warrior /
Yeah.
adventurer.
Okay. Let's eliminate Rick Sanchez.
Wait,
ship
are
because
we building one warrior between the three of us?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's.
That's the
I'll-
thing. We can't. We
I'll sacrifice two of my ships right now. I think we should get rid of those two because they are fantastic ships, and I wanted to put them on my list. But I don't think they're the ship. I have a ship in mind. Don't want to reveal
Are
it
you
quite
talking
yet.
about these two?
Yes.
Rick Sanchez and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are single fighter.
Yes,
ships.
I have a ship in mind that should be on the list. That should be the ship, but I don't want to quite get into that.
All right. So, Wyatt, do you agree with him? You think Rick Sanchez and this really cool one-man ship that Obi-Wan Kenobi uses should be
Yeah.
eliminated?
I'm kind of in agreement. I'll probably end up executing the Gunstar as well. Not really a adventurer sort of ship.
Are you talking about this guy? This guy,
Yeah.
the Gunstar with the 4 guns?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know much about.
I don't
that
know
ship,
much about
so-
it either, but
It's literally
neat.
the same as Rick Sanchez. 2 people,
okay.
a fighter and a pilot and a gunner. That's it.
All right. So no on those 3 ships.
Yeah, and we're left with sort of the bigger ships.
Okay, so right off the bat, we are not fans of the single-man ships.
Well, we are. We just, we were picking our favorites. I don't know that they're going to be good for our
So it looks like
person.
our person is going to be a captain then.
Something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
you
all
would
the
hope
rest need
so.
crews of some size.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be a captain.
Yeah.
All right, then we've established this person is a captain.
I would say you don't necessarily need a crew for the Millennium Falcon or the Bebop.
You have to be a captain over like 2 people for the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same as sort of like the Mandalorian ship.
Okay.
He's the only one on it.
Yeah.
So Han could, essentially take it to a spaceport and get it fixed if he needs it fixed. But
Okay.
usually Chewie does that.
So
kind
we
of-
have a smaller group or maybe 1 person left, but not much. We're competing with quite a few. I'm going to say out of my picks, I'm going to get rid of the villain on Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
Because I chose it because it looks super cool.
Yeah.
And it's very intimidating. And I think intimidation is important, especially if you are a battleship.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. But
Also very slimy inside.
also, yeah, the inside, I'd rather have a stone interior than something that's gonna make me slip and fall on my head.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of Galaxy Quest villain, whatever his face is. What's his name?
Saris.
Saris's ship.
I say we should get rid of the Millennium Falcon also.
Why?
Because yes, it's fast, but
Yeah.
it's a trash dump of a ship. They always are trying to fix it. They're always having to put maintenance into it. They're having to do this or that.
So you think it's not reliable?
Yeah.
It's never going to
It's
go
not
into
reli-
hyperspeed when you need it to.
No, it will, but it might not. There's a
But it
50-50
might
You gotta,
not.
that's the thing. You gotta have
It's
the
one
second
of those.
person.
It's one of those ships that it's like, come on, baby.
Okay, but let's see that. Does that make you a better person for
No.
relying on yourself and your skill more than your tool?
No.
I don't know.
All right, let's bank this. Let's try to eliminate some more. Cowboy Bebop.
Wait,
what is?
wait. He's trying to skip over that because he doesn't want it to get eliminated.
It's a beloved ship. It has its usefulness. Let's come back to it.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. What usefulness does that have outside of just traveling in space? It's
well,
made for shit. It's made for fishing.
You can land in the water,
Mhm.
so you got that going for you.
But you can
It
land
also,
in the water.
and I don't know that I mentioned this
with
before.
my boat ship.
It
Treasure
has a small one-man fighter that is able to dock into the Bebop.
Okay.
So Spike, the main character, can get into the fighter, drop out of the Bebop, and start, TIE fighting his way. Dog fights.
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff.
But we also can do that with.
Can you do
This
it with
guy.
Can you do it with the
No,
Falcon?
you can't.
No, you can't do it with the Falcon. You have to go to another part of the ship where one person's
Oh.
up there.
Yeah,
the
and
other
you're
person's
like
down here, and you're like in this bubble, just. You gotta wait till they fly kind of close to you.
Yeah, that's why we
Yeah,
should eliminate it.
I'll say for probably the small crew layman style ships, I'm personally more inclined to go with the Bebop over the Millennium Falcon. Simply
But
because
would you go with the Bebop over the NTE?
This guy?
over the Protector.
Yeah. Or this guy.
Well, let's wait for the big ships.
So my consideration is, what kind of, we don't exactly know what kind of character we're making.
No, we don't. Yeah, it is. We're
So,
going blind.
Are we making a more Han Solo
This
kind
the
of
thing is,
Spike Spiegel kind of
This
character?
is where we are exploring it. So we're going to come up with the character instead of trying to make it fit for a character.
Yeah.
So, do we think that, like, what's the advantage and disadvantage to smaller, more one-man / small crew ships to something larger?
Depending on the ship we pick is going to influence how I
See the rest
Choose
of
your
it?
character.
how I choose aspects of our character,
Which is
moving
fine,
forward.
though.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Because if we're going Han Solo, kind of Spike, kind of rogue character,
But they can still be a warrior. Boba Fett was a scavenger.
merc.
Yeah. But he was still a warrior.
But still, then I'm still thinking one man kind of operations, mercs,
One man
and,
to rule
and,
them all.
smugglers
One,
and that kind of thing.
Ship. To
Whereas if we're choosing
out of the galaxy.
the Enterprise or the Protector or the ship from Treasure Planet, I'm gonna lean towards adventurers.
Okay. Wait, which ship you arguing for? The whatever.
Bebop?
Bebop. Is that
okay, it
give
seems
us
like we're
five
pitting-
words or less. Bebop. Remember,
we're
this is the
pitting
rule.
Bebop against
Oh,
Millennium Falcon.
I'm absolutely picking Bebop over Millennium Falcon.
Oh yes.
Not
I
as
am
many
too.
people know about the Bebop,
But I am
but I
picking
like
it too.
that it can get in water. So it looks like Millennium Falcon's out.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So long, beloved ship. I think
Bye.
for sure
Millennium Falcon.
we need to address the one in the top corner,
Yeah.
Treasure Planet.
I'll give it to you. That
It's not set for different dimensions of space.
It's not set for battle. It's not set for speed.
Mm.
But it's a great ship.
Well, it's beautiful. It's fun.
What are we doing with this character? Most likely
Okay,
for
let's,
battle.
All right. Well,
No, it doesn't have to be for battle.
let's think about this a little bit. The
Stop thinking about the character.
which ship, going up against other ships, who would win?
Oh, definitely not this ship.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's not built for.
yeah.
It's not built for anything to do anything
Only in
better than any of these
only
other ships.
in its world does its functions exist.
Yeah, hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're boarding another ship
Yeah.
and you're fighting.
So I'm gonna say that every other one of these ships can all exist in the same universe.
Yeah,
Whereas
except for that
one doesn't exist
I'm gonna
in
build this world.
our version of space.
And that does limit us extensively on what we end up coming into later because
Yeah.
we're like, well, that character has to live inside this very specific form of
Mhm.
galaxy.
Yeah.
And I would say I wouldn't want to limit us that much.
Yeah.
So I'm out.
I'm out.
My gay.
All right. What are we pitting against each other next?
I
Well, okay, let's say this.
yeah, I would
Do
say
we need
kick that
Amidala's ship here?
kick
Probably
Amidala's
not.
ship off too. Yeah, I would agree on that one.
Yeah.
But
it's a
we're-
little too much bling.
We're getting rid of our ability to have a space rapper as the character. Are we in agreement?
Yeah, I would
Sort of
say
drop
probably.
Amidala
Eliminate.
ship.
All right, we're dropping Amidala. A lot less shine in this group. All right, so okay, what can we pit each other against next? Protector versus Enterprise. Let's just say this. Well, they are two different functions.
Okay, what are they?
This is literally called a protector. The Enterprise is meant for exploration.
Yeah, but they both have
Mhm.
a very rigid structure.
Mm-hmm.
They both carry Marines and people for like,
They have
troop-wise.
shields. They have auxiliary.
Yeah.
They have guns.
I'll tell you something. The Protector has that the Enterprise doesn't.
Yeah.
Beryllium spheres.
Yeah.
And
I'm going for the protector.
and
I don't want the
the Omega 13 device.
The Mega 13 device.
You know what the Enterprise has that the Protector doesn't?
William Shatner.
Mofo Scotty.
Yeah, but we have Tech Sergeant Chen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Who's what is he?
He's the engineer.
I know, but what
he's
what
the
is
one.
he?
He's like
Monk.
eating chips, and
Monk.
he's like,
The
"Hey
guy who plays
guys, so they're saying that the ship it can't take it. We're gonna need a new beryllium sphere."
It doesn't at one point, isn't he like,
He's
I
the one
did
who-
it? Doesn't he say that at one point?
I
He
don't
also
know.
makes out with the alien.
Yeah, he makes out with the
Alien
alien.
sex.
Yeah, I love it. Like they turn. He's telling
No,
them.
we're not getting rid of that
He's
one. We're
telling
getting
them
rid of that one.
something, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to get a new beryllium sphere. And he turns to the other engineers, and he's like, right again, guys. And they're like going for a group hug.
Right again.
Right again.
Come on, guys. Going for a hug.
Is it rain?
It is rain.
Rain
It's raining.
away.
Shoo.
So do we really like the Protector more than the
I
Enterprise?
I do.
We've already got rid of the Falcon.
I do.
I do.
You do?
I like the Protector so much.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Let's be honest.
There can only be one.
That scene where they're coming out of the spaceport, it's like,
Fantastic.
it's scraping along the side.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. So many good moments.
All right, then. It looks like we're going with the Protector,
Yeah.
which means we're not going with the Enterprise. We've gotten rid of two of the most iconic spaceships.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now we're only dealing in hipster land.
See,
So now we need
I'm
to
not
decide,
fighting for these two. I'm fighting for these two.
Now we need to decide: are we is there size of ship? Because we
Yeah.
have our small crew of
Two.
3 or 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is a little bit bigger than that.
We have a crew of a lot of people. and we have these two are more like invasion style planet destroying.
To be honest,
warships.
So we're about to
I'm
put
not
ourselves
into
in
the
a
warship.
box.
I'm not into the warships, either of them. I'd be willing to fight for these. Actually, I said these two at first, but then I'm like, no, I don't want a warship.
This also brings along a
They're good shit.
reputation
Yeah.
that we are going to like. They're already well known and recognized and respected. Whoever this person that we create will be, because they have a ship and a crew of that size. But is that a bad thing?
I'm not super. If we're going warship style, I'm not super into the Dark Aster.
Okay.
Just it's not because it looks like a churro.
Yes, it is.
I'm not.
It's because it's
I
made
don't
of
like
stone,
cinnamon,
isn't it?
so I'm not.
I like the style of the
Look,
ship.
aesthetically, this looks so much cooler than this.
Wrong.
Correct. This is based on the design of actual human innovation. This is based off the mind of a creative. It's like we're gonna have a spaceship with freaking wings that spin in circles.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
The people
You
that
are
live in the
wrong,
Star
sir.
Wars universe
Wrong.
are not humans.
But this looks like an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
It's designed off something we already have.
He's gonna argue this hard, but
An aircraft. It doesn't.
I say we should just
It's a-
vote him out. Why? I don't want it either. I'm not into it.
I will say this: if we eliminate the Dark Aster,
Yeah.
I love the Dark Aster.
3 of my ships have moved forward.
And you're about to eliminate the only one that's not yours.
If we eliminate the Dark Aster, 3 out of 4 of my ships.
I
are
will.
moving
No,
forward.
I don't consider that because I picked.
I want to go back.
I was gonna pick
I
both
do not
of these.
think the
I
Protector's
was
better
gonna
than the
pick both of
Enterprise. I do not think so.
You would, in fact, be wrong.
I would, in fact, be willing to question your thought of logic.
What?
Do you think I'm just so charismatic that I just convinced you that the Protector is an amazing, amazing ship?
Yes, I do. I'm on record for saying
Do we
yes, I
wanna
do think
recount?
that.
Do we want to go back?
We're not going to go back.
Stop the count.
We're not going to go
Stop the
back.
count.
All right.
Thunder.
I want to say this before we eliminate the Dark Aster, which I feel like is going to happen against this thing. I'm getting rid of Cowboy Bebop because I don't know anything about it.
We can eliminate the Bebop.
We were eliminating the Bebop and the Aster. And the Aster.
That means
The
we're
ass
fighting
turd.
over the Protector.
Sure.
Yep.
And the Executor class Superstar
That's what I
Destroyer.
want. I mean, I said maybe that one, but I don't know much about it, so I'm willing to get rid of it.
All right. Well, we're definitely finding
So I
ourselves
convinced
niched
you
up.
guys that.
Well, no. I
Wait, hold on. I convinced you guys that 2 ships that were very similar to each other, the Millennium Falcon and the Bebop. I convinced you guys to pick the Bebop.
Yeah, that's silly.
And we went with the Protector over the
well,
Enterprise.
no.
See, that's weird to me. That doesn't make a full sense.
I understand, but
Honestly-
I had these on my list. You know, I had these two on my list.
these 2 on your
So
okay,
these
so
two-
honestly, I don't think there's much difference between the Protector and the Enterprise. I like the way this one looks better.
I like the way the Enterprise looks, though.
It's not as cool as this.
Well, the Enterprise is not as cool as
No.
the Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba. The Churro.
The Churro. What are you doing, Joshua?
Trying to eliminate the Dark Aster.
Stop. I'm in control of this mouse. The Dark Aster, what? Just because it's cluttered with everything else going on in the film, we are overlooking actually how cool
It's a cool ship. I'll give you
Ronin
that.
is.
No, Roman's not a cool character.
No, Ronin's the captain of this ship.
And
That means it was acquired. This is an
what does
ancient ruined
Ronin
ship.
do? What is Ronin?
He was the one Thanos trusted to get him
Why?
a stone.
Why?
Because he's very powerful. Because
Ronin
his
the
ship
Accuser, one of the
is
most
very
powerful entities in the entire Marvel universe.
I'm not trying to get you to argue. I'm trying to get him to say why
Okay.
this is a
This is what I know. Thanos,
you
on
know?
some level, trusted him to get the job done.
Okay.
That's a big move. Everybody,
It's a big move.
Everybody, except the ones who are really kind of dumb,
Everybody.
except the ones that are really kind of dumb,
Yeah.
fear Ronin and his crew and his ship. His ship has resources like crazy. Whereas in this guy, people are just dying from force chokes all day long. You know what I mean?
What did we see come out of the Dark Aster?
But that's the thing is they destroyed it too fast.
Not
Ships.
Yeah, nothing I was...
What do you remember about those ships that came out?
I remember they weren't the ones that made the net. That was the other guys.
Yeah, you don't remember much about those ships. What do you remember about the ships that come out of this bad boy? The classic TIE fighter.
Pew, pew, pew.
Also, there's some other things that come out of this ship.
Yeah.
The AT-ATs.
Yeah.
And AT-STs.
And...
We're talking
Never mind.
full
Bad joke.
invasion mode ability on this ship.
All right, I'm getting rid of the Black Mamba, the
Black-
Churro,
The Black
the
Mamba.
Dark Aster, as some might call it.
Okay.
In my mind, there's only one choice, which means we're picking a very specific person.
Yeah.
So we're either picking a warrior
Or Tim Allen.
or Tim or your classic adventuring captain. Now, that's not to say that this ship isn't going to be of a different purpose.
Yeah.
It could be more of a pirate ship.
For that reason, I'm voting for the...
Why are you going for the smaller ship?
Because I think we could do more with this. We can
Think
do
about this.
adventure. We could do exploration. We could do
We could
a
do-
warrior. We could do anything with this ship. We can. I only see that a little bit with that ship.
Okay.
What can this ship?
This ship
what
could
can
do
this
this.
ship do that this can't?
It's not nothing.
Think about this.
But
What if one planet that was dying made a ship, and this is their last stand?
Mm-hmm.
okay.
They're going through the universe trying to survive, not be killed. They don't have the Death Star with them. They don't have a station. This is all they have.
Could you imagine everyone from Asgard living on this ship?
I mean, that's essentially what.
Yeah.
I mean, this is much bigger than the ship they
Yeah,
were on.
that would-
but yeah.
That would be
Okay, so we
Legitness.
have other places to go.
legitness.
This does not have to be an emperor's,
No.
captain ship. This
Yeah.
just has to be a really big freaking cool ship
Yeah.
But I still.
with a lot of people in it.
Do you guys want to hear my vote?
Okay.
Well, you've been speaking a whole lot. You got us
Yes.
to eliminate everything except 2 of your ships.
Yeah. So just hush up right now.
Go ahead and say
Do
it.
you want to hear my thoughts?
Get
Hush,
it, say
hush.
it.
My plan the entire time, always, was to vote for the Executor Class Superstar Destroyer.
No, I'm not voting
Always.
for that one.
Always.
That's why you had it
Because
in
I
the order
think
that
it
we
would
wanted.
be a super, super cool ship.
It's a
Because
cool ship,
Everybody
but-
thinks, when you think of your hero,
Mhm.
everybody thinks
The
of
underdog.
Kirk or Tim Allen's character.
Or Han Solo.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Solo.
Or Han Solo. No one ever thinks of absolutely massive, massive ships.
I'm starting to wonder if you are slowly turning this into Wyatt's Thoughts podcast.
What?
Because you're redirecting everything
Yes.
in
What do
your
you mean?
favor.
I'm
No,
voting for
I'm
this.
I'm being
okay,
serious.
I
Joseph.
understand.
This is down to you because I'm voting for this. Wyatt's voting for this.
I already know what I'm picking. I don't want a spoof ship.
This is not a spoof
It-
ship.
It is indeed, in fact, a very, very cool ship.
And it
This
is
is
indeed,
not-
in fact, has the words written on the side of it, not the
Not
Enterprise.
Just the initials. Shut up.
So I lost. We're getting rid of this.
I
and
lost.
Keeping
We
this.
both lost. Wyatt's the only one who won.
I think we all won.
How did
If
we
we
all
look at it
win?
that way,
I'm serious
I
about
want
I'm
Rick
serious-
Sanchez
I'm
ship.
serious about what I'm saying is that we never see the hero.
What would you rather pick,
in-
this or
in a
Rick
col-
Sanchez ship?
This.
Okay, let's ask another question. What would you rather have, Rick Sanchez ship or Rick Sanchez ship?
Neither.
I would say we're going with this.
Well, okay, let me ask one more
I wanna
question.
see
What would
the
you rather
kind of
have, Rick
character we
Sanchez or
develop
Rick
on this
Sanchez?
ship.
That's that. At
We
this
know
point, that's
this
what I'm
Okay.
character. We know every time we see this ship.
It looks
we
like
know
I'm
this
not
character.
winning, so
It's not about winning or losing. It's about having fun.
it's not about. Okay,
It's about having a good freaking time.
it's not about winning or losing. It's about the journey.
It's about friends.
I think this is
It's
gonna
about
make for a fun.
Geeking
build.
out. Is that what it's about?
Yes. So give us one more time, Wyatt.
What?
Give us all the classifications and the name of this
Shoo.
super bad ship.
Oh, okay. So we got hundreds and thousands of weapon armaments, mobile garrisons, AT-ATs, AT-STs, entire multiple squadrons of TIE fighters, TIE interceptors. We have.
And what about Thai noodles?
probably?
I'm sure they have a
Probably
they have a cafeteria.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This thing has all sorts of food on it.
Yeah. Like a mall?
well
Is it like a
stocked.
mall?
Definitely, it's definitely the interior is a mall. It's mall interior.
Okay.
You got
I'll
a food court.
I'll pick this
a
just for
food
that.
court.
So we get what's that
There
generic
are
pizza
guys,
place
there are
that we
guys
have?
that work at like Orange Julius full time on the ship.
They're like, goodbye, family. I'll see you in 5 years. I got to go work in the mall.
Look, there are dudes that go to work every day from their house to Orange Julius on this ship and don't even know where they are
That's right.
in space. It's got hundreds of thousands of people living on this thing.
On the interior, there could be a big battle of rebels trying to take them out. And on
There's
the inside,
so much that can
there
happen on a
there are
ship this
like
size.
people just eating Chick-fil-A.
This is like a city.
Mm. This is not the Lord's ship.
that was actually
That's what was in his
good.
pocket.
That was actually
was in his
really
pocket.
good.
Okay.
They're not the Lord sheeps.
Okay. What's the name of it?
The Executor class superstar destroyer.
Executive class.
Executor
class.
Yeah.
Superstar
Dreadnought.
Destroyer. The Dreadnought.
Yeah. This was actually built in secret by the Imperial. Secret from the
This was actually
Imperial
built in
Senate.
secret.
Oh.
So they were secretly building this, because the Imperial Senate
Yeah.
is like, they kept calling it they called it a superstar destroyer instead of giving it an entirely new class, like the
Who-
Dreadnought class.
I've never thought of this. Who's the one who built these Star Destroyers?
So
Is there like a
there's
company
lore.
you can...
There is lore behind who actually designed this ship.
Yeah.
I forget her name, and who built them and where they were
I
built.
want to see that. I've never seen that.
You can look it up.
Okay. I'll look it
Well,
up.
guys, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We have set ourselves on a path of a great series that is yet to come and more episodes weeks from now.
It's gonna be good.
But in the meantime, we have podcasts every Monday on YouTube and on audio platforms. And on Fridays, we have something called the Midnight Special. It is an audio-only podcast where we talk about everything and nothing at the same time. So, check us out. It's at 9:50 or 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on Friday nights.
Yeah.
It's meant to kick off the weekend, the Midnight Special. Join us for that. We love you. Same way that Wyatt loves his
Executor class Superstar Destroyer.
Destroyer.
Yep. Goodbye. Have a good
Wait,
night.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.